All right, let's get into it. Today, we're basically going to be detectives. We're looking at a really curious case involving one stock ticker, CMBM. It did something absolutely wild recently, and our job is to sift through all the data, look at the clues, and figure out what is really going on here. So let's start with the big one, the number that got everyone talking.
Yeah, you heard that right. In a single day, this stock shot up over 377%. I mean, just think about that for a second. That's not a yearly return. That's what happened in a few hours. It's the kind of number that makes your jaw drop. And it's the scene of the crime we're here to investigate.
So that's the million-dollar question, right? When you see a move this huge, this dramatic, you have to wonder, is this the start of something real? A powerful new trend? Or is there something else going on just beneath the surface? Well, our analysis today is going to piece this whole puzzle together.
Okay, first things first. Let's look at all the evidence that's screaming, this is a rocket ship. We're going to build the case for the bulls and see exactly why so many people got so excited about this thing.
And wow, at first glance, the picture looks perfect. As you can see, the key trend indicators are all flashing bright green. The Aroon Up indicator is at a perfect 100. That's basically the chart screaming that this uptrend is legit. And that CCI number, I mean, look at it, over 600. That's not just bullish momentum, that's like frantic, gotta have it kind of energy.
And check this out. This is kind of the foundation for that whole move. The stock's price at $295 is just floating way, way above all its key moving averages, from the really short-term ones all the way out to the 200-day. This creates what traders like to call a wall of support. It's even got these golden cross formations popping up, which, is a classic bullish signal that gets people really excited. On the surface, it looks incredibly strong. So you add it all up, and the source analysis gives the stock an overall technical score of 75 out of 100. You can think of it like getting a solid B+ on a report card. It just reinforces that initial story. This stock looks like it's in pretty robust health.
So what's feeding this fire? Volume. And not just a little bit of volume. On the day of that massive jump, the trading volume was nearly 50 times its daily average. 50! Imagine your quiet neighborhood street suddenly turning into a 6-lane highway overnight. That's the kind of insane activity we're talking about here. Okay, but like in any good detective story, there's always a twist, right? Just when you think you've got it all figured out, you find clues that just don't add up. So now, let's look at the hidden contradictions lurking in the data.
And here's the central theory that could flip this whole thing on its head. It's a concept called a volume trap. So here's the deal. The price is going nuts, the volume is massive, everyone is excited and piling in. But, and this is a big but, behind the scenes, the big institutional players, the smart money, might be using all that excitement as the perfect cover to quietly sell their positions to the crowd rushing in.
And this is where the plot really thickens. We have two different ways of looking at volume, and they're telling us completely opposite stories. On one hand, you have the on-balance volume, or OBV, which is positive, suggesting money is flowing in. But then you have the accumulation/distribution line, or AD, which is negative, suggesting that money is actually flowing out. You see the problem? That is a major red flag.
And it doesn't stop there. We've got another warning light flashing right on the dashboard. The Relative Strength Index, or RSI, is at 88.73. Now, anything over 70 is considered overbought. Basically, the stock has gone up way too much, way too fast. But almost 89? That's not just overbought, that's like redlining the engine. It's a huge sign this thing could be due for a serious cool down. So the plot gets even thicker. The surface is yelling buy, but these deeper clues are whispering, be careful. And believe it or not, the single most compelling piece of contradictory evidence is still to come. This number, it's just wild. 234%. According to the linear regression analysis, that's how far away the stock's price is from its own historical trend line. Let me put that another way. The price isn't just a little high, it's completely detached from its own reality. It's a statistical anomaly. And a move like this is almost always impossible to sustain. So, what does this all mean? We've got this classic showdown. Insane bullish momentum crashing headfirst into some really serious warning signs. So, what happens next? Let's synthesize all these clues and look at the possible future scenarios the report lays out for us. Okay, so the technical breakdown gives us a pretty clear roadmap. Instead of just guessing, we've got 3 critical price levels to watch. These are going to tell us who's winning this fight, the bulls or the bears.
First up, $1.63. You can think of this as the floor. It's the absolute line in the sand. If the price starts to fall, this is where the buyers have to show up to stop a total collapse.
Next, we've got $2.90. This is the pivot point. It's the 50-yard line, the main battleground. If the price can stay above it, the bulls are in control. If it falls below, the bears take over. Simple as that. Watching what happens right around this price is going to be a massive clue. And finally, $4.23. This is the ceiling. For this crazy rally to have any legs at all, the price needs to smash right through this level and not look back. If it gets up there and stalls out, well, that probably means the bulls have run out of steam.
So you put it all together and you've basically got three potential paths forward. The bullish path, where it smashes through that 423 resistance. The bearish path, where it fails at the 290 pivot and starts heading back down towards the floor at 163. Or, the neutral path, where it just kind of gets stuck in the mud for a while, trading sideways while the market figures out what it wants to do next.
And that leaves us right back where we started, with this one big question. We have this incredible, undeniable force of a 377% move on one side. But on the other, we have all these hidden warnings, the smart money sneaking out, the engine overheating. The big takeaway here is that these explosive moves, they almost never tell you the whole story. You got to dig deeper. So, is CMBM a rocket ship that's just getting fueled up? Or is it a beautiful house of cards just waiting for the next breeze? Well, those price levels we just talked about, they're going to tell the next chapter of this incredible story. Thanks for digging in with me today.